All right, and welcome to Fastbreak Breakfast NBA podcast. My name is Keith Parrish, and I'm here once again with my buddy through the miracle of computer phone. Here with Dave DeFore. Dave, how about those Toronto Raptors? How you doing?
How about those Raptors? That's a surprise. Nice surprise to start the season.
I think the Raptors fans should be ecstatic with how their season is going.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Black
Are they not?
City. Well, no. Sorry. That's like a preface.
Okay.
To when I'm about to start poking some holes with the first. So let me back up. The Raptors fans be ecstatic. Everything's going great. Emmanuel Quickly, Scotty Barnes, Jakob Poeltl. We're seeing the vision. They look pretty good in their City Edition New Jerseys, the black throwback-ish type things. I love them.
Mm-hmm.
They've won 5 games in a row.
Mm-hmm.
They've won 9 games out of 10. All of this is stunning. And they've played the most junior varsity schedule I've ever seen in my whole life. It's impossible how easy it is in the Eastern Conference. How is this allowed? They've won 5 straight. Do you know who their next 2 games are against?
Milwaukee? Is that on the
no. Wizards and the Nets?
Oh, so make it 7.
How do these teams get away with it? By the time Christmas rolls around, Dave, they will have played the Nets, the Wizards, the Hornets, and the Pacers 10 times.
Oh, man.
How do Eastern Conference teams have losing streaks? How are the Pacers like 2-14 or whatever they are? I know how the Nets are 1-13. Worst team I've ever seen in my whole life.
They are awful.
Bobcats level of talent. They did.
I would
on
like
purpose.
to not watch them for the rest of the season, if possible. I'm going to try my best to not see the Nets.
The Raptors' last 5, where they won. All right, they beat the Sixers last night. Sixers having a pretty good year, but this was a Sixers team starting Dominic Barlow, Trendon Watford, I feel like was in there. Not the best Sixers team. Before that was the Hornets, who were humiliating. Close game. Before that was the Pacers. They did beat the Cavaliers. Were the Cavaliers on the second night of a back-to-back playing a rest disadvantage game? Yes, they were. Game before that was the Nets. Every 3 games they get to play the Nets, Wizards, or Hornets. It's incredible. Am I too harsh on the Raptors winning streak?
No. I made fun of this the other day on the show. Boston gets 60 wins a season under normal circumstances.
Right.
Because they get 12 of them from Brooklyn, Washington, and Charlotte.
The Atlantic Division is hysterical.
Yeah.
Even the Southeast, I'm trying to figure out which one of these East teams. First of all, no East teams are good. Capital G good. I don't think the Knicks are good. They're probably going to be good. I mean, they won their first road game. They beat the Mavericks down the stretch after I fell asleep.
But the Mavericks had nobody. Not even Cooper Flagg played.
Man,
D'Angelo Russell was giving them the business.
I might just be getting super old, but also yesterday I got a flu shot, so I was so tired. It kind of wiped me out. I didn't do the flu COVID same day. I did them back to back. I did my COVID shot like an hour ago.
Oh,
I'm gonna see how it works out.
You're gonna be down.
I'm probably gonna be tired today.
The COVID
too.
shot puts me down too.
Man, it was funny. I went to this pharmacy, because I think it's like a free shot, and the guy's like, "Hey, pharmacist," he says, "Hey, so we have to charge you unless you say you have a comorbidity, but you can just say you have a comorbidity." I was like, "What?" He's like, anxiety. Depression, you got heart disease.
Anxiety is a comorbidity.
He was like, he said something like, "Yeah, we're not going to check it, but if you tell me you have a comorbidity, if you say yes, I give it to you for free, so you can say yes." And I was like, "Oh yes," I was like, "I have all those, every one." So anyways, that's our healthcare system.
That's ridiculous. Well, we live in a scam system.
We do live in a scam system.
It's a great time to scam people, though, because
really
half this country will give you money for anything.
It's a great time to scam people if you're in the Eastern Conference. I'm trying to figure out who's legitimate. I was like, are the Bulls Eastern Conference merchant team?
Well,
they win these road games. Impressive
they beat the
road
Nuggets
trip.
Beat Portland.
Beat the Nuggets. The game winner from Vucevic.
Kobe White looks great. Kobe White has been awesome since he came back.
He comes back. He's off the bench, sliding right in perfectly. We should get to our breakfast before we get into this basketball.
We should.
I'm getting a little lightheaded. It might be the COVID shot. You know who's the secret Eastern Conference merchant team? The Rockets. Rockets pick up a nice win on Wednesday night. Cavaliers team that is not good yet.
Nope. The 9th starting lineup of the season.
Missing Garland. They're trying some stuff. They don't have all those guys. Donovan Mitchell totally shut down.
Was it Naquan Tomlin? Like him a lot.
Yeah.
For the Cavs.
I'm not sure you got that name. Did you get that name exactly right?
Is it Naquan?
Close enough.
Let me look. I think it's Naquan. I don't know. You know, it's a name that I've read and not heard.
Right. No, but the Rockets.
I mean,
they haven't played the Western Conference. They haven't played the Western Conference yet. That's all I'm saying. The Rockets are good. I'm not saying the Rockets are not good, but I am saying they're untested.
I don't think they're this good.
They're not the greatest offense in NBA history, which is what they currently rate out as. They're number one in the NBA in offense. Again, the best offense we've ever seen. They are something like last in three-point rate. They're not taking three-pointers. Yep. They're rebounding 40% of their missed shots. That's historic.
Number. Yeah.
But also, they haven't played the Western Conference. They've been racking. They're like 7-1 against the Central. Not even the Central. I think they play the Atlantic and the Southeast. Like not even the good division. Not even the Pistons and Bucks. Although they, of course, did beat the Cavaliers. Now, the Rockets are good, a little unproven. Also unproven, the Thunder. I mean, they're proven in the fact that they won the title. The Thunder's hardest game was against the Rockets in Game 1. So maybe they're not as good.
Because the Warriors are not very good.
Are the Warriors? Who's going to play? Jimmy Butler ducked the Heat.
Well, he's going to probably do that for the rest of his career. Yeah.
Are the Heat any good? They seem good.
I actually think the Heat are decent. I mean, decent to good, but in the East, that can get you to the finals. That's what I'm saying.
How do we sort through this? I don't know. Dave, what was your breakfast? Did you have anything good?
I just had some yogurts.
Oh, okay.
No big deal.
Plain? Greek?
Yeah, well, vanilla.
Yeah, okay.
Greek yogurt, yeah.
Yeah, but vanilla
not
flavor?
Fat. Vanilla, yeah.
Yeah.
Very basic. Mixed in some
I'm proud of you for using a flavoring. I'll be honest. That's pretty good for you.
I season my food, Keith. Like, I mean, you know, I'm into flavors. I like food a lot.
I had a, what do you call it? Protein bar, candy bar. Yeah. It was some kind of fake, you know, it's like
fake health food.
Fake health food. It's like cashews, almonds.
Oh,
but it's covered in chocolate. Like one half of it's chocolate. There was some person, this is at the employee break room, the faculty lounge, as it's called. And I just grabbed that, and someone's like looking at the nutritional information.
Yeah.
First of all,
3 ingredients.
I'm like, what do you expect?
Sugar?
Yeah, like, what are you expecting? It's not healthy. Look at it.
Right.
But then the person's like, oh, this is very fattening. And I was like, yeah, it's a candy bar. I'm going to eat it.
Health food is some of the best or the worst food for you sometimes. Like protein bars, man, the amount of fat that they used to put in them back in the day just to make them taste good. Oof.
Well, I mean, 100 years ago that you needed it. These people were malnourished.
I was talking
all the fat and sugar in there.
Years ago.
Okay.
I was talking 25 years ago. I don't think they were really making protein bars, you know.
That's what
back
Kellogg
in depression
initially was trying to do. The
Dust Bowl. They're like, hey guys, come on. We're handing out these protein. Come get in the protein bar lines.
Those were our breakfast. After our breakfast, we moved to our breakfast in bed. Apologies. This is our chance to make right what we might have gotten wrong on a previous episode. Last episode, I did not look up whether or not Ja Morant's 3 for 18 performance was in fact the worst shooting game of his career. That's a weird oversight by me, not following through there. So I did look it up, and arguably, yes, it is the worst shooting game of Ja Morant's career.
Wow.
It's the lowest field goal percentage he's ever had in a game where he took at least 15 field goal attempts. That's in the playoffs or regular season. If you lower it to just 10 field goal attempts, he did have a worse percentage game. He had a 2 for 14 game way back in 2021. So that just takes us back to the age-old question. What's worse, 3 for 18 or 2 for 14? We haven't definitively unlocked that in the years of Fastbreak Breakfast. I mean, I posed that question like to Brent Barry back in the day. It was like, what's worse, 0 for 11 or 4 for 22? And he's just like, that's maybe 4 for 22 because you didn't get the message. Maybe 0 for 11's worse because you lost your confidence. You quit shooting. So yeah, I don't know. Also, here's an apology, Dave. As we look forward to Friday's NBA Cup showdowns, the Raptors have the chance to be the first team to advance to the elimination portion of the NBA Cup.
Who they playing?
You want a reminder who they're playing?
Yeah.
Is it Wizards or Nets? It's either the Wizards or Nets.
They're playing Washington. That's right. They're playing the Wizards.
I incorrectly, this deserves an apology. I incorrectly said on a previous episode, or I commended the league for the NBA Cup court designs being somewhat more muted and standardized. I said they're not as horrible. I was wrong. I hadn't seen all the courts yet. There's a yellow court. Was it the Wizards or the Wizards red? There was a bright red court out there, unwatchable. There's a bright yellow court out there, physically painful to see on television. There's the Wicked themed Elphaba court in Minnesota. I don't mind a commercial tie-in. Wicked for good in theaters this Friday. But
is it?
Yeah, that's a free plug. My we're fired up. My 8-year-old is losing her mind. She's in her no spoiler zone. She's refused to watch The Wizard of Oz.
Now, they took the story of Wicked and split it into these two movies. Is that what they did? I don't know because I haven't seen the movie. I've seen Wicked. I saw Wicked in London, but I haven't seen.
Yeah, they made the first act into one movie. The second act is going to be the second movie.
Okay.
I've seen Wicked on stage. Don't remember at all what happens in the second half. I know the songs very well, but I don't remember exactly what the plot is. So I'm excited. Yeah, Wicked.
I tend to drink if I go to a musical. I like musicals, but yeah, that second act.
Well, I mean, they peak. The musicals famously peak into the first act. That's the excitement.
All the songs you know.
That's the defying gravity. That's the chills moment in any show, usually.
Ragtime, so good. Have you seen it?
I've never seen Ragtime.
Oh, it's real good.
I would do some.
That's one of my favorite as far as like the
musicals are great. Go see
goes. I know that whole album back to front.
I wish our society supported more musicals. Propped up by honestly, like AI, just propped up by investment. Except for some reason, no one's investing $10 billion into Broadway.
Famously, Keith, there's no money in art.
Yeah.
Right. There's no money in making entertainment art, especially.
Yeah. I'll tell you, there's no money in covering the Grizzlies. I'll tell you that right now. Anyways, those were our breakfast and bed apologies. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll figure out which teams maybe aren't Eastern Conference fraudulent merchants. All right, Dave, I do strongly believe in the Detroit Pistons. The Detroit basketball, big-time showdown with the Hawks. The red-hot Hawks, by the way, they've been great without Trae Young. Why was Trae Young keeping Onyeka Okongwu from hitting 8 3-pointers in a game? Why wouldn't Trae let Onyeka do that when he was playing with him?
We always say Trae doesn't play defense, but apparently he does.
Keeping the ball. Yeah, I know. Last 5 games, Onyeka's averaging like 22. Nickeil Alexander-Walker's averaging 20 per game. Hawks are pretty good, but they ran into the Detroit buzzsaw. Pistons are incredible.
Dude, Jalen Duren, man. I mean, like, we've all talked about Cade and like what he's doing. Jalen Duren is something else. He's like Dwight Howard.
He's superhuman.
He's crazy. And then he's starting to dribble the ball more. Like, he was dribbling in traffic the other day and like making passes out of
He
it.
He hit that step back three.
Yeah. What is happening with Jalen Duren? Like this guy, like they gave him like a super soldier serum or something in the offseason. They're fun, man. They're really fun.
They're awesome.
And Dennis Jenkins, just
one of the stories
guy,
of the year.
All of a sudden now this guy's like a starter for them, and might be the missing ingredient.
He started when Cade
for what
Cunningham
they were trying to do this year.
Came back. They left him in the starting lineup. He's been awesome.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about the Pistons
been awesome. You can't not play him.
is Jaden Ivey and Tobias Harris are imminently returning. Are they able to reintegrate? Like LeBron needs to try to reintegrate with the Lakers. LeBron just move the ball, pick out some assists.
Pretty much the exact same thing.
Don't rock the boat, LeBron.
Yep. Tobias Harris, LeBron, same thing. Exact same thing. No, I mean, I think, look, Tobias Harris slots in a little bit cleaner. But, you know, Jaden Ivey, they'll bring him off the bench and he'll find his way. I mean, I really like Detroit. I think that they've got to make a move, right, to get them over the top, right? But it's the East. This team, as it is this year, could make the freaking finals. Because the East is so bad.
This is not just getting carried away by their winning streak. They've been easily the best team in the Eastern Conference, hands down. Cade Cunningham, I guess Giannis looks like the best player in the East, but I think Cade is second.
Yep.
Cade is amazing, and I don't know how to quantify exactly what Jalen Duren is doing. Like you said, he looks like Dwight Howard physically.
Yes.
He's catching alley-oops like prime Dwight and dunking people through the basket. Guys are bouncing off his shoulders when they try to defend him. The last day before he turned 22, he had that game against the Pacers, 31 points on 12 out of 13 from the field. Also had 15 rebounds and 3 assists. The guy's amazing.
Yeah.
They did not get an extension done for him. Well, he's extra rich now.
Yeah, I mean,
he's going to get the biggest max. It is sad that we live in a dumb NBA world that's hard capped, where you now just give your top players the max, and now the Pistons have their 2 max guys. You wish you could live in a world where you could keep building all around these guys. So maybe maybe they can make one of those moves. I know a lot of people keep linking like Lowry Markkanen somehow, but I don't know I don't understand trades anymore. Like
the money part of it,
and then the motivation of the teams making the trades. Like why would the Jazz don't necessarily want Jaden Ivey. Ron Holland is not bathing himself in glory where you're like, oh, we got to get this guy. Obviously he can still develop into something really nice, but like the Jazz, if you're the Jazz, you're saying, why do I want to give Jaden Ivey his next contract?
Right. And then those picks from Detroit, it's not like the picks are
might be real stinky. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But also you're the Pistons and you've been clearly the best team in the Eastern Conference. I don't know if you need to make a future first round pick deal.
I definitely, I don't want to see them do that. Like this is one of these things where you've already got these 2 guys. I mean, Jalen Duren is going to be an all-star. Cade Cunningham is going to be all NBA. Okay. So you've already got these 2 guys. And you've got a bunch of nice complementary pieces around them. They've done a good job the last couple of years of making a basketball team. And as much as I want them to get a guy, like I wish that, like if they could have gotten Kevin Durant during the summer, right?
Yeah.
Like that would have been amazing. What I don't want to see them do is go out and get someone who's going to change their identity. Somebody that's going to come in and not play defense the way they do, because that's the other thing about Cade and Jalen Duren. Those guys guard. Cade Cunningham is a really great defender. Part of like the secret sauce is that he's a really good rim protector too. And so I just, if they're going to add someone there, it needs to be somebody of that kind of caliber, right? Like a guy who's going to, and maybe it's not a number 1 type like Kevin Durant, right? Like maybe it's more of a third.
Who the perfect fit
sort of
is?
Guy. Who's that?
Jaren Jackson Jr.
Kind of.
Because he can play alongside Jalen Duren. He's a great defender.
And he's a great third guy.
And he's an amazing third guy.
Your team is not good if he's your second guy.
Well, I mean, it depends on
It's fine.
It depends on your first guy, and then your third, fourth,
guy.
fifth, sixth, and seventh guys.
That's right.
Yeah,
but yeah, he'd be Jaren would be perfect there. I mean, his ability to space the floor. Obviously, Duren makes up for the lack of rebounding. Cade makes up for the lack of rebounding. But yeah, I mean, he would fit perfectly defensively.
I'm looking at Duren's stats in November. This is an 8 Pistons wins. Yeah, 8-0 in November. 24 points, 13 rebounds, 2.2 stocks per game. He's 72% from the field, and a not too shabby 75% on his free throws. That guy's awesome. I'm a big fan. The Pistons are really good. And honestly, I wonder which of the pieces are superfluous. Like, I don't know. Like, if you actually took away a Duncan Robinson, maybe it doesn't work as well. If you take away a Karis LeVert, I'm thinking about those matching salary options. If you do try to make a trade, how many of those could you replace with lower tier players? And then I wonder if you would actually consider dangling a really good, an actual trade piece would be Ausar Thompson.
I mean, this is the thing. You know, you get to a point where, like, Ausar's, I think he's going to be a really good player.
Mm-hmm.
Does he fit with what they're doing? Right. You know, does a guy who is, you know, he's a minus shooter at this point.
Sure.
But plus on so many other things, like, does that work? Is he more than a bench piece for them?
I think Ausar is crucial to what they have going on. But the question would be, could you get someone better? Obviously, than Ausar. I almost wonder, can you bank on a men's game? Like, do you get more for Ausar Thompson in a trade because his twin brother is so amazing? Like, Asar's good, but he's not a men.
Men's been on better teams, and Ausar was so injured last year. I just think that Ausar needs to play more. People are going to have a similar opinion to Ausar as they do to a men. The more that they get to watch him, he's pretty close to a men, but he's very good.
I mean, his season stats they're just, I love it. I mean, it's the 13.66 boards, and he's 2.6 stocks per game. I love the Pistons.
Yeah,
I'm like, this is like a childhood resurgence for me because I was a childhood Pistons fan.
Oh, funny that's
everyone in my school.
Team for you.
Everyone in my school. We're talking late 80s. So I jumped on the Pistons bandwagon. But before they won the title, everybody liked Larry Bird. Everybody liked Michael Jordan. Everybody liked Magic Johnson. I liked the team that was clotheslining those guys. I was like, I loved 1987 Bill Laimbeer. And then I loved Dennis Rodman's rookie year. So I was a Bad Boys Pistons man as a kid. And I rode that until they disappeared from national TV. When they went with the Horsehead Pistons jerseys, the turquoise, the Grant Hill turquoise, they started getting bad. They stopped being on TV ever. I never saw them play again. I drifted away. I started cheering for the Suns at that point. I was not faithful to them. I didn't have cable. There was no league pass. Yeah. Childhood Pistons man.
Funny.
Going to the other conference. I think my question for the Western Conference right now, there's a clear hierarchy. The Thunder, even if they haven't been tested, we know they're the best. Comfortably the best team. The Nuggets, I think, are very close to the Thunder, despite losing to the Bulls. I still think the Nuggets are great. The Rockets, I think, head and shoulders over the rest. My question for you, Dave, how do you think of the Timberwolves and the Lakers in relation to those teams? And is there any other team? Am I omitting a team in the West that we think is like very, very strong?
I mean, I think that I would definitely have Minnesota and the Lakers on a tier behind those other teams, you know?
Yeah.
Spurs, when they're healthy, maybe just behind them, which is kind of wild to say. But you know, Minnesota, thing about Minnesota is their ceiling is super high. Like, their playoff ceiling to me is so high. Rudy gives you this base level of defense, and Anthony Edwards is one of those guys I think can win a playoff series at this point by himself.
Yeah. Well, obviously,
the Lakers obviously have a bunch of those guys.
With the Timberwolves and Anthony Edwards, you have that consecutive conference finals, which is amazing. Jaden McDaniels seems to be leveling up again.
Oh, yeah.
Which is honestly kind of amazing. There's the guys who obviously guys make huge strides in the first couple of seasons, but like Jaden had already gotten the big contract and they paid him what seemed like on the upper side of his possible potential. And then last year he was good, but I think there's a strong argument to say maybe he didn't live up to the contract totally. He's a low usage guy. He's top
Right.
defender, but not doing that much. But this year, I think he's still leading the NBA in 3-point percentage, but he's really raised the scoring and he's become like a fringe all-star type guy, taking a big leap forward. He actually missed his first game in forever. On Wednesday night. But like with his step forward, like they're quite good. Gobert, despite looking like he's lost a step, has some phenomenal impact stats. His the field goal percentage allowed when he's within 6 feet of the shooter, I think NBA.com has it like 38% for him, which is by far the best in the league. It's a noisy stat, but I think it is reflecting that he is still a big positive impact. Yeah, I don't know how to frame them though compared to the Rockets and even the Lakers are a mystery. The Lakers keep winning.
Right.
Their role players have been available. Obviously, Luka Doncic in and out of the lineup a little bit, and now LeBron is back. Could they be like a tremendous team? It does seem like if LeBron can seamlessly fit back into this as what's his role? Like as a cutter, as a floor spacer, he's a legitimate 3-point threat now this part of his career, and he's obviously a superior passer. With what Luka is doing and the way the role players are showing up, it seems formidable, frightening on paper. I'm just curious, like what the actual ceiling of all that is and how LeBron fits in. Yeah,
I mean, they looked great in the second half the other night with LeBron out there. Obviously, LeBron looked awesome. He had like 12 assists in that first game back. They moved so slow, and LeBron had them running. That's going to be the secret for them, right? Like he's going to get them in transition in ways that they won't with Luka. Even Austin Reeves is a little bit plotting, but LeBron will get him running. Their issue is the defense. I don't know how they're going to defend. And, I think Ayton has been decent to start the season, especially offensively. But that defense, man, they just they need like Rudy Gobert defensively. And I mean, they are giving up drives like crazy. Just no resistance whatsoever at the point of attack. Except for Marcus Smart has been okay, but it's everybody else, right? Like it's a bunch of guys behind him that just fall apart.
Yeah, and I don't know what Jared Vanderbilt has in the tank. He was like the guy taken out of the rotation to fit LeBron back in. You think of him as a defense first, at least energy guy, maybe an extra possessions type guy. Looking at my notes, Dave, should I have apologized to Adam Silver for we were talking about guys taking off the second night of back-to-backs, and I was like, what happened to the player participation policy? Well, Adam Silver was listening. Fined the Cavaliers for resting Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell.
Warriors rested everybody against the Heat. You think
Warriors rested everybody? Numerous stars resting in that game. You mentioned the Spurs and how when Wemby's there, they might be near the top of the West. Wemby, of course, out now for several weeks with a calf strain. It seems like calf strains are contagious in the NBA.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think Wemby's calf strain and him missing out on being eligible for awards probably again, will that lead to the end of the 65-game rule? Will Wemby specifically end the 65-game rule?
Yeah, I think it's over. It's got to, if he misses a month, it's like 13 games, something like that.
Yeah, sometimes it's 15 or 16 games, like a month that they fit in a month.
And it's amazing how fast that goes. I think LeBron at this point, he can miss like 5 more games or something. Not that these are the same thing, but with Wemby, what we watched to start the year, and what I'm assuming we'll see when he comes back and he's healthy, is a guy who it feels like you're not telling the story of the season if he doesn't get an award. right? Those are narrative awards. When you go back and you look through the history of the NBA, you can kind of see, oh, yeah, that's right. I remember this happened. You look, oh, Defense Player of the Year, MVP, especially is the important one to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, for this guy, like, I don't know, man. The 65 game rule is, to me, it's just a little bit too ambitious. Number one, 65 games is actually a lot because if you were injured for 4 weeks, which is not a long time, a bad ankle sprain is 4 weeks.
Right. I was looking at, I think someone did the historical tracking of how many players would have been ineligible. I think Tony Allen would have never made an all defensive team because I don't think he might have played over 65 games like one time. Yeah, it doesn't reflect the story of the league. And so, like, if Wemby finishes with 63 games but plays like he did in the first however many games he played this year,
yeah,
it's very odd to not have that person included. Dave, we have an important update. This is sad news for Fast Break Breakfast. This is Jared McCain's Jacques Watch ended. Jared McCain made his first shot attempt on Wednesday night. It was his 10th field goal attempt of the season, so he started the year only 0 for 9. He went 2 for 7 last night against the unstoppable Raptors. Not a great game. He's 2 for 16 on this season. Hunter Tyson's still out there 0 for 7 from the field, so there is some hope. You know who hasn't? Another Eastern Conference merchant team. Did I say the Sixers already?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you did not.
Sixers.
We listed them. Yeah, the Sixers they're cleaning up.
They've played one Western Conference team. It was the James Harden. They got away by fouling James Harden at the end. They didn't call it.
The Paul George revenge game.
Paul George came back, took the next game off. Classic. Yeah, this I don't know. Is it just the league, the speed? I know we have tracking data that says players are running almost 2 miles more than they did per game.
It's more miles
than they did
higher
10 years
intensity.
ago. The intensity is up. The players are picking up further up. There's no sports radar effort level tracker.
Okay, so I would say this, and something we haven't talked about when we're talking about like Memphis and Isola and this sort of mindset that he's brought over from Europe. So these teams over in Europe, they're doing tracking in ways that the NBA is not. So the NBA Players Association has not like allowed teams to track training load in practice or like with wearables.
The wearable things you see all the soccer players wearing.
Yeah. And in Europe, that's a big deal. Again, I spent a week with Bayern Munich during their basketball training camp, and every single guy had a wearable on during practice. They were managing load. I talked to the team trainer, and like he went over the data, and these are the things that they're watching. And so when guys hit these, somewhere close to their red line, they sit. They have like an active rest day or whatever it is, right? Whereas the NBA, the players do not want to give up that data. And I get it, because the way that the contracts are, think about if you have a contract that's structured so that you get performance bonuses based on minutes played or whatever. Okay, so now all of a sudden the team's got some data. They can come to you and say, oh, we see that you're redlining and have to sit you. Right. This is the argument against using this sort of data. But there is a way to track this stuff, but the NBA Players Association is against it. And I can't even argue against the point that they're making, because clearly the NBA and the team owners would use that information against players. 100%.
Yeah. No, you're right there. I don't know the answer. It seems interesting to find out, and I don't know obviously the technology of these wearables. Can it tell your heart rate increase or your increased like you moved quicker than normal? Does that equal effort? What physiologically could they track with movement that would equate? Because I would love to know, because you also have the athletes in all sports who just look smoother And it's sometimes, where it was back in the day, it was like Eric Dickerson doesn't look like he's running fast, but he's faster than everybody. It looks like he's not trying hard, but he's
effortless faster. Is a sports descriptor, right? Like,
yeah.
They're just, I don't know. I mean, it's too many miles. It's too many games.
I want to know
too many games.
I want to know which player it puts the most, which player, when they shoot a 3-pointer, does it feel like it's the most strain on their body? This is like embarrassing data. Like, wow. Turns out so-and-so's really straining to get up that 3-pointer, relatively speaking.
Right. I'm trying to think of who's got the goofiest shot. It might be Draymond, man. It looks like he's shooting with a backpack.
He's got the backpack on.
He's going rucking to shoot.
I love that idea. Dave, let's answer maybe one or two listener submitted questions. This is the croissant questioner. Drew writes, watching Joe Mazzulla interact with children at Kids Day at the Garden got me thinking, as a form of social experiment, what situations would you like to put Joe Mazzulla into and interview him about his thoughts and experiences?
Did you see him ask the guy about his haircut the other day?
Yeah, I did. I saw that clip.
And did you see him answer the question about fun?
Yeah, wait, remind me. What was
the
answer?
So Joe Mazzulla was asked during one of these press conferences by like a young guy, I guess. I mean, or a kid. I'm not sure, because they always show the coach. They don't show who's speaking. About how do you like keep it fun? When you're serious business, you're doing all this hard work, blah, 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 blah. But how do you keep it fun? And Joe's answer was, hey, man, fun is bad sometimes.
Yeah.
Which, yes, okay. But I don't know, man. I think if you're talking to a 12-year-old about basketball, you probably just be like, hey, look, you know what? Fun is important, because it is. Like, I don't know, man. It's not, we're not taking ditches, buddy.
I had a Joe Mazzulla moment coaching 7-year-old soccer last year, where our team had done well all year and we were winning comfortably in a game, but we're trying to develop the correct processes. This is my Sam Presti moment. I'm like, let's build the correct processes. Let's make the right pass, the right spacing, keep your shape. And at one point, it was like, I basically almost yelled, and I don't think anyone heard me, because I was telling someone, like, no, like, go back to where you, like, pass to your teammate, reset, like become, like, be an option. And I was kind of wanting to be like, well, like, they weren't doing anything correctly. And I was like, fine, just have fun. Or whatever. Which is like, maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. Like it's supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
But it was like, you're not developing it all right now. You're just goofing off. And balancing the goofing off during the game in a good way, where we want it to be pleasurable and you want to learn sports through enjoyment and fun, versus the wish to understand, hey, it's a lot of fun to actually just be in the right spot and, dribble the ball when you're supposed to dribble forward and take the open space and also, so I had a little Mazzulla moment.
So I would not, anything with kids, man, I would avoid for him.
Yeah, he should not be watching.
Like, I just, he's so awkward, but like, and the thing is, I was thinking for a while it was a bit, and now I'm not sure it's a bit. Like,
yeah.
You know where he would be funny? Covering the White House as a reporter. He would be hilarious.
Yeah. I like that. We need that intensity there. Here's what I want. I want him to go see Ragtime. I want him to go see Wicked. I want to have Joe. I want there to be a scrum around Joe Mazzulla at intermission. Just like, what are you feeling? I think he might break down in tears. Let's send him to like an evangelical church and just see how he responds. I don't know. Like, what's his? I know he's religious. I'm curious what brand.
I wonder what brand.
I'm because like I feel like he could get moved.
You think he's one of these new Catholic guys?
I don't know. That's yes,
the new Catholics that hate the Pope.
I do actually.
Are we gonna get an American Pope, Keith? Is this the new schism?
Well, I mean, we have. What do you mean? Like this Chicago?
I mean, an actual American Pope.
This Chicago Pope who's like talking about how going to the theater, going to cinema is good.
Yeah.
Talking about how AI is bad and cinema is good because it's the art of the human spirit. That's speaking my language. I might need to look into Catholicism now. This sounds all right. This guy's speaking my language.
You know, Catholicism now, that's it was like a movement. Anyway.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's like marketing.
I know documentary now. Let's answer another question. This is from Caleb McNeese. This is not a basketball question. If you had access to a Star Trek replicator, what food or beverage or candy item are you bringing back? Do they mean bringing back like it's disappeared in the 24th century, or do they mean like bringing back right now it's gone?
I'm assuming they mean like something from the past that doesn't exist anymore.
Like dodo meat?
So like what was your favorite? No. Like
I have a candy they got rid of. I mean, I've talked about it. The sweet tart sour ducks and gummies. Ducks and bunny gummies?
Yes.
I think that's what it's called.
That's what you would bring back then?
I would bring it back, yeah. That's all I would eat.
This was tough for me because I sat and thought about it because I was thinking like something candy or I don't have a candy that I would bring back or I don't know.
Like the idea of like what's an extinct candy? There aren't that many. I think that
right. The one like the ones
Russell Stover jelly beans been discontinued. I assume they were terrible for you or someone lost the patent. Some country we were getting all the pectin out of. They stopped. I don't know.
No clue. But yeah, this was I had no answer for this one. So how about strawberries that tasted good like they used to?
Yeah, it's just actually
bring back food that had flavor.
Farm-grown strawberries, bring back vegetables with flavor.
Yeah.
I was always curious with the replicator on Star Trek. Are you getting the same food that tastes the same, but it's maybe like it's also good for you? Like they turned candy into like this.
So it's like fake meat, clearly.
Yeah,
right?
This is a healthy item.
Yeah, Star Trek, those people are all vegan.
Is that actual tea Earl Grey, or is it just something that gives you the sensation?
It's like they have
everything.
Like they have like nutrient stuff, and then they mix it with, it is interesting, the science behind the replicator. I would love to know. I mean, I assume it was a little bit of the inspiration behind Huel, this weird, that food drink people were doing.
I'm unaware. I'm not sure this made it to the flyover states.
Yeah, it turns out, don't quote me on this, but they might have been one of the consumer products that we were told to avoid. I can't remember. There was a bunch of protein shakes that came out bad. I haven't had a protein shake, Keith, in like 2 months,
right?
Because the lead finding came out, and I'm like, you know what? Nah. Yeah. I watched the last election. I see what lead does. I'm out.
Right. Let's your supplements, your shakes. Be careful, kids. Be careful. Yeah. You're shopping from that GNC store. Watch out. Anyways, thank you, Drew and Caleb, for the questions. If you want your questions answered on there, got to be a Patreon supporter. Patreon.com/Fastbreak Breakfast. Thank you to all the support over there.
Actually,
people in the Slack chat had a lot of fun talking about the daily events of the league and also movies, whatever else over in that Slack channel. It's really awesome. If you want to join, patreon.com/Fastbreak Breakfast.
I know I'll bring back.
What does it do?
I know what I would bring back. MetRx peanut butter meal replacement shakes. Those things are so good.
That's perfect. All right. It's now time, Dave, for the awards segment of the program, the International Stackhouse of Pancakes Award, given each week to the worst performance in a box score. We have 3 honorable mentions. Jarris Walker, 0 for 10. Jake LaRavia, 1 for 10. LaMelo Ball, 5 for 21. The Hornets are disgusting. Every year.
Colin Knipple's going to
amazing.
win Rookie of the Year.
They're starting 3 rookies, and I have no problem with that. Those guys bring it.
Yeah.
That team, what's the point of them? What's the point of the Hornets? Anyways, our three nominees.
I like a lot of their guys. I think Brandon Miller with these
Brandon Miller's coming back at some point, right? I mean, we always talk about how we like that Colin Sexton competes. He's a solid player. But just what? How do you?
Who's going to get? The Grizzlies should get Colin Sexton. Man. Like, can you guys figure that out?
I don't know. How do you build around LaMelo? Because I just don't think he
very carefully.
I don't know.
That's like building like on Nag's Head or the Outer Banks, right? Like it's like you're going to build this house up on stilts, but global warming is coming no matter what. There's nothing you can do about it.
All right. Our three nominees, as they occurred chronologically through the last week. Andrew Wiggins, in a 2-point win against the Knicks, was 3 for 15, 6 points. 15 field goal attempts, 6 points. That's hard. 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, no turnovers, 3 personal fouls. Caleb Love, in a 1-point loss to the Bulls, in a Vucevic buzzer beater loss. Caleb Love in this game, 1 for 12 in 18 minutes. 1 for 12, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, no turnovers. You don't turn it over if you shoot. 1 personal foul. And then PJ Washington, in this loss to the Knicks on Wednesday night, was also 1 for 12. A 2-point loss. PJ Washington 1 for 12. 6 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls. So Andrew Wiggins, 3 for 15, 6 points, 4 assists. Caleb Love, 1 for 12, 5 points, 3 rebounds. PJ Washington, 1 for 12, 6 points, 10 rebounds. I think it's Mr. Love getting those shots.
Yeah, I think so.
That's remarkable. 1 for 12 in 18 minutes is not like that's Jordan Clarkson style. That's J.R. Smith style.
Yeah.
If you're Caleb Love, who doesn't get a lot of run, I'm not telling him. I fell asleep. My flu shot knocked me out. I don't know if Caleb was taking wide open shots that were good shots. It seems maybe getting to the flow of the offense a little bit. Like you have, this isn't really your game. Anyways, congratulations, Caleb. He took advantage of his opportunities right there.
Pretty amazing.
Wins the International Stackhouse of Pancakes Award.
Obviously, is that the most shots of his career so far?
Well, there's an easy way to find out.
No, he took 14 shots.
Thank you.
The previous game.
What?
So 26 shots in 2 games. Back to back.
This man is
getting them up.
He's getting them up. That's incredible. All right, Dave. How terrified right now are the Utah Jazz that the Grizzlies and Clippers will not catch them?
They're not. There's no way. Like Utah is going to figure out a way to pull the plug on this.
Larry Markkanen's unbelievable. He's rebuilding that trade value.
Keontae George looks.
They said he went. Dude, Keontae George is pretty good.
He can't shoot threes at all, man. But that mid range is nice.
The Jazz right now sit several games ahead of the Grizzlies and Thunder. I mean, the Grizzlies and the Clippers. I don't know. The Clippers are
toast.
Clippers feel very toasty. I'm still angry you and John bullied me into switching my under pick. We all thought they were going to be good.
Yeah.
James Harden's playing great, and they are trash.
Well, Bradley Beal's out for the year.
Yep.
Kawhi, what's going on with Kawhi?
Sprained foot, sprained ankle, going to miss significant time. I mean, I don't know what they do well even when Kawhi comes back necessarily. We thought
they haven't been good at all this year.
Right. Even when he played, they weren't. I mean, they lost by 1 million to the Jazz on opening night. And that was not a false flag right there. That did not get us off the scent. That was the scent. They're so slow and they're so old. They don't get easy buckets.
Not at all. And Zubac looks worse this year than he did last year. Part of that maybe is just the stink around him.
Yeah.
But he has been worse to me, performance-wise.
So the Clippers, of course, give their unprotected first-round pick to the Thunder. So they're going to do their best to keep fighting, keep playing. Derrick Jones Jr. is out for a bit now with an injury. He'd been playing well, one of the few guys playing well for them. Are they going to get Chris Paul back in the game? Is Chris Paul going to stop getting these DMPs?
I mean, he played the other night.
The Clippers are in a world of hurt. However, the Jazz right now playing too well with their 5 victories. They would also give up their draft pick. Their draft pick's only top 8.
Won that two overtime game against the Bulls the other night. Crazy. Utah has been a fun story. The thing is, like, they're already down Walker Kessler.
Yes.
He's out. So I'm assuming that pretty soon it's going to be like Lowry start getting banged up. And they got to slow that thing down.
They can slow it down. I think a common, everyone keeps mentioning, like, there's this world of hurt in the Western Conference. There's the Pelicans, who obviously gave up their unprotected pick. Derek Queen did have a huge game against the Nuggets. You have the Grizzlies struggling. The Grizzlies, they're better set up going forward than everybody else, but of course there's a huge Ja Morant problem, whatever that's going to be. The Kings are... The Kings have had an unbelievably hard schedule. I know no one's expecting much from them, but
3 times against the Thunder.
Yeah, they've played all the legit contenders over and over and over. The Kings' schedule has been brutal. I still don't know if they're going to do anything. And Sabonis,
no,
I don't. None of their guys have trade value. I don't think.
Right. No. Keon Ellis does, because he's cheap.
It's so funny that teams seemingly can't comprehend. Like, Keon Ellis doesn't really play.
Right.
And yet, he's the only guy other teams want. And it doesn't filter to Doug Christie. Maybe I could play the guy who like actually creates extra possessions and defends and knocks down 3-pointers. It's like,
why would you need that guy?
Why don't we play a little bit more of that guy?
Right.
I mean,
why do that when you can have a bunch of guys who just dribble 40 times?
The Mavericks are weird. When you play the game, who would you rather be among these teams? And you already got Cooper Flagg.
Right.
Who everyone said was best prospect since AD or something.
Right.
So you already got Flagg, but the future beyond that is so bleak. Unbelievably bleak. The no draft pick situation.
Right.
The ownership situation.
Mark Cuban's back in the front office situation.
Dave, did you read the story? I didn't read the story. Can you bring me up to
No, I
speed?
didn't read it.
Okay.
I find, listen, man, like, there's a bunch of people who I find incredibly boring.
Yeah.
And I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't trust the ownership situation to make the right call in building a winner in Dallas. So, like, that's a hard place to be. Same thing with the Pelicans. You don't own your pick for next year. Ownership situation questionable. Dumars and Troy Weaver in charge. Of course,
disaster, man.
Of course, Vivek Ranadive in Sacramento. Who do you trust to make the correct pick?
Scott Perry. He brought in Scott Perry, man. Like,
yeah,
dumb teams are back.
Oh, with a
dumb
force.
Teams are back.
We have 9. We have 9 teams with less than 5 wins, which is like this is through about, I think, 14 or 15 games. This is way up. We have way more bad teams right now. I think some of it is, I think it's not going to be as bad for the Kings. The Grizzlies not going to be as bad. By the way, they play tonight. No Jaren Jackson Jr. probably for the Grizzlies also. Grizzlies on a big losing streak. Have lost, I think, 5 in a row and losers of 9 of 10. It's a 3-11 versus 4-11 showdown. Get your league pass. Go to get that day pass on Sling TV and watch.
Was it $3.99 for the game?
I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of bad teams. The Wizards I can't get over the Wizards because I like their players. They've lost 10 in a row and have played the easiest schedule imaginable.
They had a team meeting.
Good for them.
Like
the Pacers finally won, thankfully. But there's a mess of a league right now, and we're even missing all the stuff. Like Giannis is gone for a bit, a couple of weeks is gone.
Yep.
All these players keep dropping.
Everybody's hurt.
Yeah.
Everybody's hurt.
I guess we can end on that. I don't have any.
The top 3 draft picks for the Spurs the last 3 years, right? Like Wemby, Castle, and Harper, all out.
Here's our closer. Here's our button. How about them Phoenix Suns? Have not had a very tough schedule, but taking care of business. Also, they did some damage on the road. Ryan Dunn's a good player.
He is good.
They might have found a little found money with Colin Gillespie. That guy is legitimate, I think.
Yep.
Nice little bench guard to have. Devin Booker is playing well. The Suns did start, I think, 9-2 last year as well. So is this just early season?
I mean, it's not as good. They don't have the talent they had last year, but this team is playing better.
They play hard. They have
worth.
Decent defensive numbers and decent offensive numbers.
Yeah.
Dylan Brooks is out here calling out Zach Kleiman. I mean, that's my kudos to him.
I missed that.
Oh, he said someone who asked him about his confidence level because he's been getting shots up. Mm-hmm. He had a 34-point game, and they were like, "Is this the highest your confidence has ever been?"
Okay.
Or something about his losing confidence. He's like, the only time I lost my confidence was when I was with the Grizzlies against the Lakers series, the famous Lakers, the Poke the Bear series. He was awful. But he said the GM tells me to only take 6 shots. And so I couldn't shoot, couldn't make anything. But then I regained my confidence with Team Canada. And he was incredible for Canada.
Yeah.
And then he was great on the Rockets. Now he's great on the Suns. Suns are doing good. Yeah, Suns are a tough team.
That's tough, man. You cannot tell a basketball player not to shoot. You just cannot. Yeah. It's malpractice. Like your job when you're on the court and you're not the dribbler is to shoot when you're open. Like if you don't do it, the defense doesn't have to guard you.
Right.
That's dumb, bad advice from anyone. No coach is going to tell Dylan Brooks don't shoot.
His numbers were pretty bad. I think
don't play him. Don't play him.
Some guidance needed to happen.
Don't play him.
The Magic
yourself if you don't shoot.
Magic, Dave. You liking what you're seeing? Offense coming around a little bit. Well, I mean,
it's very interesting when Paolo's
very
not
interesting.
Out there, right?
It's very interesting correlation. No Paolo Banchero.
Anthony Black makes a lot of sense in there. He moves. He's fast. You have to worry about the shooting, like him shooting the ball. He defends really well.
Tristan Da Silva's pretty good.
He is good, yeah, man. I watched him a bunch this summer during Eurobasket and I felt like it was like he looked like a different player over the summer.
But those Banchero possessions are going to Desmond Bane. Good shooter, good passer.
Good shooter, good passer, and it makes a big difference when that guy is stirring the drink versus a black hole. Yeah.
Anyways, that's all we got time for today. Thanks, everybody, for listening. For support the show, do that at patreon.com/Fastbreak Breakfast. You guys are the best. Thanks for listening. And remember, breakfast is the most important thing.
Yeah, never apologize for being G&G. Fastbreak break, man. You understand? I will remember.